And we're live here on MTV. Those of you as well that's checking us out on Facebook, we say good morning to you. And to our radio fans, we also say good morning to you as well. We never forget you all. We always have with us. Yeah? This morning we're going to be chit-chatting. We just chat about Fitness Revolution. We're getting into our next event that is going to be taking place. But there is one special person that is going to tell you all about it, and that's Dr. Neals Chitan. Good morning to you, Dr. Chitan.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. How are you doing over there?
I'm excellent. And you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty well. I want to say good morning to all the listeners too, here on the island and in the diaspora.
All right. Okay, so there is an event that's going to be taking place, Pool Inspiration. Tell us about it and who is going to be doing this.
All right. Mr. Thomas, Pool Inspiration was inspired by the need to assist parents in parenting 21st century children. And I said it very carefully, parenting 21st century children. As an international social skills specialist and crime reduction consultant, we look at the root of the issue. A lot of people look at crime from the fruit, but as you know, Mr. Thomas, the fruit is bad if the fruit has worms, and we don't medicate the root. We hope to bring new fruit next season. It's going to have worms again. So what we do as crime reduction specialists is that we look at the root of the issue. And we cannot go any further back than the home. There are certain key pillars that must be addressed. The school, the community, the church, but it goes back to the home, because of course home is the very first socializing situation for our children. Now, over the past couple of years, sir, we have been working along with schools and trying to help mitigate some of the issues we see in schools, high school dropout, school fights, failure with children, teenage pregnancy, carrying of weapons, robbery, and that kind of stuff. And the school principals, the counselors, the police, they have been referring us to homes where we would go and help parents deal with this issue, deal with challenging children, or deal with children that need to be inspired. However, for us to respond to these requests, it would cost the parent quite a bit. Professional fees. Fees that some parents don't have at all. Although they need help for the child. So what we decided to do was to break it down, make it a low-cost event. We cannot give it free of cost because we want to accommodate them nicely. As the caption says, Poolside Inspiration. We have partnered with Poolside Hotel, which was formerly called Fox Inn, which is not too far from the bowling alley in Poolside there. And we've teamed up with them, and we are inviting parents to come out on Saturday, June 24th at 4:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful event where we would share, where we would discuss, they could ask their questions, we would deal with their concerns, we would help them in the efforts of parents, the 21st century children that are challenging, and children that seem to be non-compliant. Because, sir, you would agree with me, and listeners out there, if we cannot get our children to be compliant at home, with rules and regulations at home, it's very likely they may not be compliant in school also. And you see how that just keep like a revolving door into the community and what have you. So again, it's June 24, Saturday, June 24 at 4:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be at, it's called Poolside Inspiration. It will be at Poolside Hotel.
Okay, and Poolside Inspiration, persons who want to participate, what is the expectation when they get there? What can they expect when they come down to Poolside Hotel Poolside? What will be the day of event like?
Really and truly, Kishan, it is the beginning. It's a historic beginning, I think, of what will be um, information, therapy that will be available on an ongoing basis. We don't just want to do this because we want to make sure we're able to address as much issues as possible and help parents as much as possible. So we really started as a series, and if parents are interested, so we deal with things like step parenting, and that's a big one, by the way. That's a very big one. I work around the Caribbean, just going back in St. Lucia, in a three-month assignment there, and we see a lot of step parenting and how the whole dynamics of step parenting, if not well handled, could lead into rebellion, especially for boys. Co-parenting, where there might be a split in the family and a child has to go to 1 weekend there and 1 weekend there. We actually give concepts. Parents could ask their questions. We would give them the best advice we can, but not only that, we don't want it to be a discussion. We want to give them concepts. We want them to leave with information that they could use in the parenting. So it's going to be a wonderful experience. It's a nice place. We could have used a school, we could have used anywhere, but we want parents to know that they deserve the best. We want to give them a really nice experience. Not only does the fee, which is Kishan, I know a lot of parents will not be able to pay professional fees, as I said, so what we try to do is to break it down to what I call a KFC dinner, if you want a good KFC dinner, you gotta pay about $45, $50. And that's what we've done. Even the most financial disadvantaged of us sometimes would go by KFC and get ourselves a red and white box for our children. And we say to parents, this is not an entertainment evening, although I know you're gonna get a laugh, right? It's not going to be stern and mean and, it's not a preaching thing, it's not church thing. It's all social skills. You are going to be laughing, you are going to be enjoying yourself, but at the same time, we want you to learn to give concepts. So you come out there, poolside, you get a drink. Your ticket includes a drink, and it's only $45. We cannot do any better, but we are hearing from principals, Mr. Thomas, that there's still some parents are having a challenge. And we don't want to leave them out. We really don't want to leave them out. So we have approached a number of corporate citizens. We have approached Mr. Kenny Forrester from Kenny Truckins. We have approached Nawasa. We have approached Grenada. We have approached Ariza Credit Union. And they have in front on the desk now a request for sponsorship so we can help to subsidize parents who are not able to come. Please understand, folks out there, it's not for every and everybody because it's not mass advertising, it's target focus, right? If you are having issues, if you're feeling challenged in raising your children, with so much influences, my friend, of the 21st century, we sometimes raise them in church, and we follow a strict spiritual or religious routine, and then all of a sudden they become teenagers, they go to high school, and we don't know what happened. How to deal with a 21st century child. So they could expect a lot of information, a lot of fun, by the way, a lot of laugh, and get their question answered.
Okay, so because of the limitation in terms of who you're targeting as parents, is there a number, any other way that they can call, or it's on an on-the-day basis? Could they buy the tickets in advance?
Well, right now, what we've done, Mr. Thomas, we've targeted, because what we hope to do is to do 3 venues, bring it to the parents. So we have started the launch in St. George's, right? And we have spoken to because a lot of the high schools call me for intervention. So we've looked into the high schools and said to them, look, if parents are having a challenge, let them know that there is help available. Because, Kishan, many times when you have to suspend a child, a boy or a girl, parents get frustrated and they say, you know what, the school is not doing anything to help me. They're not doing anything to help me. All they want is to suspend my boy. They're picking on my boy. Well, it's a great time for schools to say, guess what? We have credible help. We have credible professional resources that you can tap into and make the referral. So, yes, we are targeting parents that really need the help, or even parents that need to be empowered, self-empowerment. There will be times when we'll be doing parents alone, and there are times we'll be bringing the children along with them, so we could do a little role playing and get into all the issues. So right now we're starting on the 24th of June in St. George's, and we've targeted schools from Happy Hill Secondary, and we are getting very good principals out there. You're doing a good job, great job. You are using the resources. So we have targeted schools from high schools, Happy Hill, Boca, right around to Wester Hall, and not only the high schools, by the way, Kishan, because of course we have CPEA students that just passed and that will be moving into high school. We want to target them too, so that they go in there ready for the challenge. So this is St. George's time. We are planning to move to Grenada afterwards, and then we got a call from Guelph. So we plan on doing 3 locations, St. George's, Grenville, and Guelph.
Consistency. This is something I wanted to ask. After this event on the 24th of June, you may have some referrals and you may have some parents that probably would need follow-up. What about the consistency of something like this? You said this is going to be the first, but in terms of a parent who's probably looking right now and say, oh, maybe I should go and maybe I may just get the help that I need. What about that level of consistency and also that confidentiality as well? Because you will have parents who probably would want to be open about certain situations.
Okay, I thank you very much about that question. Yeah, we are asking them to come out for the beginning. As I said, we hope to create a series that would deal with as many issues as possible that parents are facing today. However, we are also open, in my office here in St. George's, Manjaluk to be exact, we are seeing parents here that are having difficulty. Just 2 days ago, we had a parent here and her son that are having difficulty. So we really do one-on-one intervention too. So after we would have launched this, if parents want us in their homes or want to see us, they could either come to our office or we could come to their homes. Now, in terms of confidentiality, Mr. Thomas, you understand that we run a professional outfit, and in our intake form, right, when a parent comes to us, there is an intake process, and there is a confidentiality clause that will be signed, right, holding us accountable for the privacy of parents, privacy of students. So that's well covered and that's documented. It's a legal document that we could be held responsible for.
So in closing, before we go, you can just use the opportunity to remind parents as to what is happening and where it's going to be, and possibly where they can get tickets or a contact information that they can call in case that they want to participate in this poolside inspiration.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Grenada, great news is here. Parents, we got great news for you. On June 24th at 4:30 in the afternoon, something spectacular is happening. Something that's going to relieve your stress, answer your questions, and decrease your burden. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Poolside Hotel, which was former Fox Inn, will be staging a poolside inspiration event. It will be the first of many. It's going to be energetic, it's going to be educational, it's going to answer your questions. We are looking forward to see you. Now, if your child is going to any of the high schools from Happy Hill right on, St. Joseph Convent, Anglican High, Fletcher's, GBSS, Beacon, these schools will be given tickets so you could get it from them. However, you can also call us. So here are our numbers. Our first number is 473-416-8377. Again, 473-416-8377. The second number is 405-5261. These both numbers are WhatsApp numbers. So if you call us and you didn't get an answer, you could just send a WhatsApp and let us know that you want to attend. We'll be more than happy to save you a seat, save you a ticket, save you a drink, and save you some powerful concepts.
Okay. Dr. Chitan, we want to say a very special thank you for taking the time of this morning to chat with us and to share the information as it relates to the Poolside Inspiration. And we look forward to chatting with you again.
Thank you very much, my brother. It's a pleasure.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
You have yourself a wonderful day. That was Dr. Neals Chitan, of course, telling us about the Poolside Inspiration that's going to be taking place on the 24th of June at the Point Salines Hotel Poolside. So